Guys, okay, so Sketch is saying welcome here, right? Welcome us to the first Inside Infinite of 2021. Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to share our plans for the next few months. Okay, brilliant. A bit of a roadmap on what's going on and our commitment to our community. Following last month's update, the start of the new year brings a new sense of focus and clarity as the studio collectively marches towards Halo Infinite's launch later this fall. It's going to be an exciting year, so that's good to hear. Share with some of the homies, thanks. Yo, Custom Chief, what's going on, man? Glad to join along. Hey, what's going on? Great to have you. 25 viewers, guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well on this awesome Friday. Friday for me, Thursday night for a lot of you Americans. Yeah, anyway. So Inside Infinite is a recurring series that will hit Halo Waypoint on approximately the last Thursday of every month. Wow, okay. So it is... Okay, I was kind of close with my prediction. I was saying it would be at the very end of each month. But also that was kind of obvious, I guess. Our goal with these blogs is to provide insights into the game we are making from the people who are making it. These updates are intended to be fairly high level and will lay a foundation that will continue to build on over the months leading up to the launch. Rather than make this strictly a one-way endeavour, following each update we'll ask for community questions on social. So I think I did see on Twitter briefly, something where they were like getting the community to, type in questions and ask all these things about, the different groups. So for today, I believe, I don't know if it's on Twitter still, but there's something on there where you can just like ask questions and they might answer it in the following update. I might need someone to confirm in the live comments if that's true or all. I'm not too sure. I'm just assuming that's what's happening there. But yeah, so your questions will get answered. I'm assuming that's the general gist of that. And yeah, look for opportunities to go deep with the team and address some of the most pressing inquiries in the following regular community update blogs, which lands approximately mid-month. Alright, so this is just very, very general greetings kind of thing. Yeah, always want to be transparent with the community with these updates. This isn't the place for huge announcements. See, yeah, okay. This is one thing many people were confused about, I want to say. Because we're not going to get huge things like, world premiere screenshots or anything like that, or gameplay trailers like they've said here. The biggest thing we'll probably get here is just some screenshots of weapons, which you're about to see in a second. So I don't expect it to be too big, but it's still going to be very good, like, insight for all of us Halo fans, So this is why these are really good and important that they're doing this. We know you're all very eager for updated campaign gameplay, a proper multiplayer reveal, we're still waiting for that, public flighting, and many other specific aspects of Halo Infinite. That will all come in due time as large industry events take center stage and the Halo marketing machine kicks into high gear. Yeah. No, I agree, Jason. This month we get things started by interviewing members of our Sandbox team, and next month we'll talk with some of the folks working to bring Zeta Halo to life. Okay, that will be interesting. Followed by a chat with the audio team in March. We're still finalising plans for April and May, but we'll update you along the way. Please keep in mind that these plans could shift, but we'll let you know if anything changes. June, July, and August typically deliver big moments across the entire games industry. So there you'll get the E3 typical huge reveals, huge gameplay reveals, screenshots, all that jazz. But yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying in my last video as well. That that's where we'll see the real hardcore, gameplay and shit. So can't wait for that. This month we get things started by interviewing members of our Sandbox team. Yep. I've already read through this. Am I retarded? Yes. Okay. Full transparency. Yep. So they're going to have a strong roadmap post-summer leading up to launch this fall. Interesting. So I still think the beta or flighting will start after E3. I just don't see it happening any time before then. Because they'll still have enough time to, fix any of the issues they've got. Right? Yo, Nicholas, how you going, mate? Legendary, really liking what I've read so far. Yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, I think, that's very general, general intro there. But yeah, no, I can't wait to get into this. Alright, Sandbox Evolve, blah, blah, blah. Let's see who's talking. So Uni is introducing this. Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. Some players may be already familiar with Quinn. Okay, I've heard of Quinn. But let's get this off with a quick round of introductions. Okay, so Quinn had privileged to work in multiple roles here at 343 Industries since I joined the studio in 2013. Some of those include multiplayer design on Halo 5 Guardians, lead weapon designer early in development for Halo Infinite, and now as the lead Sandbox designer. Yo, Ryan, what's going on? Noober Moon, what's going on? Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think if he's... No, he's not the guy that left. Okay, no, I'm just trying to think. On. Yeah. My job is to establish, own, and drive the creative vision of all Sandbox features within the game. I meet regularly with leaders across the studio to ensure the Sandbox is meeting the needs of their teams and experiences. I work with the talented Sandbox designers on our team to review and guide their features from concept all the way to completion. I do so using the Sandbox principles found in the Halo Combat Doctrine. Interesting. Tim Temmerman. Hello, my team. So, yep, charge equipment here. I'm probably not going to read through all of these. You guys probably will understand the general gist of what they're doing. So, Tim worked on vehicle design. In Infinite, it was roster of equipment and guide from concept to completion. In order to create something that fits our vision for Infinite, we work closely with the multiplayer and campaign teams to better understand... Okay, that's where they need to kind of merge the gameplay experience to suit both campaign and also multiplayer, which is fair enough. Enterprise, as a weapons designer. My role is to create and tune weapons along with the other aspects of combat, like the health model, right? Again, works closely with both multiplayer and campaign teams. Blah, 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 blah. So this guy, Brian, works on the vehicles. Lead vehicle designer, okay. I mean, if you all know me, the Ghost is my favourite vehicle, and I just cannot wait to drive the Banished Ghost, because that just looks fucking so awesome. So, I just can't wait to see more things on vehicles, like the Warthog. The Warthog in the trailer really got me happy to see that, because it actually looked pretty cool. The sound, a lot of people didn't like the sound of the Warthog, but I actually didn't mind it. Obviously, I'd prefer the original sound, but look, it still looked pretty good. HC Black Summon's going on. New info, expect last one, but this one caught me off guard. Yeah, it caught a lot of people off guard, man. See, no, that's all good. I can't wait for the 41-minute Halo follow-up. Brian, how you going, mate? No, he's doing well. Legendary Master Chief, boy, just read through the entire thing and I'm excited. Man, so far from reading, it looks pretty great. And we get into a screenshot there, and that battle, just quick peek of that battle rifle, looks fucking incredible, guys. I've got to say, like it really looks good. I gotta be honest. Okay, so we've gone through Brian. He's working on vehicles. Ellen. Okay, so wow. Okay, Elan. Probably pronounced that wrong. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anyway, I had the honour of working on an amazing lineup of equipment, such as the grapple shot and drop wall. The two pieces of equipment we've seen so far. Yep, so that's very, very similar. And then Kevin, he's working on the PC Sandbox features and systems. Righto. Anyway, let's take a look at this. I don't know if can I zoom in, or I might have to zoom. Hang on. We're going to do this. Let me do that. There we go. That looks insane, I'm gonna say. I don't know if they've done anything to the barrel at the top, because I thought it was a bit. Don't know if it was so round. It looks quite similar to the Halo 3, Halo 2. It's the BR55? I think it is. I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. I'm pretty sure it is. Yo, just 4K come, mate. Go start working. It's all good. Happy to get this out. You guys still think we see some of the Flood in Halo Infinite? I think we will. But yeah, no, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping it's like middle of the game, so like it's like a surprise, like Combat Evolved. That would be quite good to see, in my opinion. Low-key making a 45-minute breakdown. No, that's the way, man. Get hard on that. Get working on that, man. I'll look forward to seeing it. If the Flood appear, I hope they are scary. So here's the thing: even if the game is teen rated, which many people think it's going to be, the Flood can still be quite scary in a way. Because if you look at Halo Wars 2, that game was teen rated, and they still made the Flood rather intimidating. However, you couldn't see any of the transformations of the brutes turn into the Flood. Flood combat forms. So my only thing with the Flood being there is that we won't be able to see any of the transformations, because that will immediately take the game from teen to M. Because, yeah, I think Halo 3, I think for the majority of Halo 3, the only bits that made it M was that Marine bit where the Marine gets, you watch the Marine transform into a combat form as he gets infected. And then there's a few other scenes in, what was it? Not scenes, I think there's a few other bits in in level, I think, Cortana, the mission Cortana. Yeah, so that's what I just want to think about that. But yeah, I definitely expect to see the Flood. But this just looks awesome, guys. I've got to say. Yeah, fuck. Anyway, we'll move on. I won't just stay on the battle rifle, because you'll kill me. Alright, but yeah. Alright. So, it's good to have you all on board with us today. Now, it may sound like a fairly straightforward question, but what is a game sandbox, and what are the sandbox team's responsibilities on a game like Halo Infinite? I'm just going to quickly read comments there. Kuba, what's going on, mate? I think the Flood will be one of the quarter-decade DLC. Now, you could be absolutely right there, considering how long they're making this game. Jason was going to... I already knew him, man. Sorry. I'm an idiot, man. I'm an idiot. The Flood were awesome in Halo Wars 2. Yeah, completely agree. Didn't see any transformations, but they were still intimidating, still awesome. I forgot the Flood appeared in Halo Wars 2. Oh, yeah. DLC, very end. Well, they've said the game will span a decade. That's right. So we're going to get multiple DLCs over time. Even if the Flood isn't the base campaign experience, they could be up to it later. Absolutely right. I wish the Flood had a setting where you could enable certain features, but still make it... still make it M. Yeah. They got to be so careful with it, though, like, which is what I hate. But yeah, no, I think it would be very disappointing, I think, if the Flood's not in the game. I don't know. I just feel like the Flood would be very nostalgic to just fight the Flood again, you know, and everyone would be quite happy about that. Yeah, in Floodgate, the elites get infected. They get infected too. I hope there's a Flood firefight game mode, got like a horror, like a survive mode. That'd be pretty dope. But it would be convenient for them to be in the base story, so they can just so they can justify having you be Flood forms and infection again. I mean, I love Halo Reach's infection, but yeah, I see what you're coming from. Imagine Flood variant of weapons. We saw one in Halo 4, the sword. Shit, yeah, that'd be pretty dope to see, man. Yeah, and Solo, hope you're doing well, man. Welcome to the stream. Just also bringing the Flood to firefight needs to be done. Yeah, absolutely, completely agree. Right, getting back into what the Sandbox team's responsibilities are, and also what the Sandbox refers to. Alright, the game Sandbox refers to all of the vehicles, equipment, weapons, and objectives that the player will interact with. Essentially, all of the toys that the player gets to play with. Okay, I don't know why I paused so long. The Sandbox also includes all of the player systems and verbs, like jump, run, health values, shield recharge times, etc. The work involved with creating these are both equal parts fun and challenging, due to the sheer size and expectations of a Halo game. The Sandbox team's responsibilities is to craft those toys and shepherd them through the complete development cycle, from concept to polish and ultimately ship. We'll get into more of what we do and what our responsibilities are down below. Okay, so this is the grapple hook and probably what they were doing in designing the grapple hook. I just want to see if there's anything new here. So they said here, both dials rotate when shot and rotates the other direction when you pull in. Right, so both these... So both of these, as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, I'm assuming you can. I think that'd be quite close. And that's how it works there. That's how it is on Sheaf's wrist. Very nice. Look, a lot of people don't like the grapple hook. I think it looks quite interesting. It makes gameplay, makes the gameplay experience quite different, I think. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original Halo games, but I think this will be fun. I think it'll be fun. Like, I don't know. I think it'll be quite interesting to use and smack around elites and brutes with. Alright. Alrighty. Where are we? Here we go. Alright. That makes sense. Thanks for breaking it down like that. Since the Sandbox team essentially builds the toys for different experiences, such as campaign and multiplayer, how do you approach designing the Sandbox for the entire game? Righto. Great question. As a Sandbox team, we have a vision statement, which describes our purpose, what we strive for, and what we want to achieve. In a way, our vision statement describes what our business is and how we go about our business. In addition to that, we have our Halo Combat Doctrine, which encompasses 5 core principles that surround everything we do as a team. Interesting. I can touch on that in a moment. First, I'll share our vision on Sandbox Vision, along with our official team crest. Right, just going to see if I missed anyone. I want the flood to be mangled a lot more than, there's so many things. The flood are horrifying, man. There's so many things they could do with the flood if it was an M-rated game, of course. Hey, Hanlon, what's going on? Sigmund late, but here to join the hype. Doesn't matter, man. Glad to have you here, regardless. The detail in that gel suit hand. Yeah, something. I think, the grub shot's great on me, man. I gotta be honest, it really has. I want to see what this, I don't know what this is. Just like I was thinking an emblem for a second. Never mind. Grapple hook assassinations. Fuck, bro, that would be insane. That would be so sick. For the grapple hook, I hope it can be used for certain Easter eggs, like the monkey men, I believe in Halo 3. That'd be pretty good. Or get to places where you probably shouldn't be going, or explore places that you normally wouldn't be able to explore. That'd be pretty awesome. Or if they have skulls, get to a skull, retrieve a skull, that'd be pretty cool. It's kind of like Gears with their weapon-specific executions. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. And that's pretty fucking awesome, if I'm being honest. It's not like that. I used Arbor as a shield against the flood in Halo 3. I think, a lot of us been there, eh? Arbor just takes one for the team every time. Since we have playable elites and sprint, I wonder if invade from reach will come back in some form. Invasion, I'm assuming you're talking about, yeah? Fuck, I would love to see Invasion, guys. I don't know about you. Invasion, it's one of my favourite modes. And it needs a few tweaks. And for Infinite, if they were to do that, it would be one of the most popular modes at launch, for sure. That's what I think. Anyway, here we go. We create weapons, vehicles, player mechanics, and systems that are intuitive and reward player mastery. We respect Halo's legacy by partnering with our players with the same honesty and integrity we use to craft our gameplay. Right, so there we go, Sandwalls. Alrighty, let's break this down a bit. The first portion of the vision statement speaks to what we do as a Sandbox team. Okay, some more about what they do. Just see, so save you guys if there's anything you don't need to read. Okay, so they want to push for something and make sure that it's Halo ready, right? When we achieve those 2 requirements. Operated as a team, making sure that they're respecting Halo's legacy, which is fair enough. That's all good, and which is important, of course. So I'm really, really glad to hear that they are all huge Halo fans first, before, their work, if that makes sense. So everything they're doing, they're trying to do with Halo in mind. They're not trying to do some crazy, stupid thing that shouldn't be in the game. They're trying to see if it will add to the Halo experience, further the Halo experience that's already, already there, already pre-existing, if that makes sense. So I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that they recognise, how strong Halo's history is, how rich Halo's history is. So, yeah. Anyway, an example of how we as a Sandbox team will partner with our players is when it comes to game balance. As our free-to-play multiplayer shifts to a true service, it's more critical than ever that we drive continued feedback loops to ensure we are prioritising the right work and continually improving the experience. That's really important. Player feedback, so again, via community input and additional vectors like user research studies, blah, 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 blah. We know that we may not get it all right. That's, of course, it's a given. But hopefully they hit it as close to the mark for launch. And we won't be able to act on every piece of feedback we receive from a community as large and diverse as Halo's. But we are committed to operating with transparency, to acknowledge issues, and most importantly, explain the why behind our decisions. Alright. With Halo Infinite, the investment we've made to our tools allows us to be more responsive to balance issues and opportunities, and of course, we are also committed to keeping the game fresh via meta shifts, new weapons, vehicles. So, again, they're definitely adding new weapons after the game, definitely adding vehicles. So, wait, vehicles. Okay, yeah, actually, no, that's dope. So it'll be similar to what Halo 5 did, I want to say, with their Warzone mode. Bringing in, the Wasp, Anti-Air Wraith, Temple Banshee, all that sort of jazz. So it'd be quite similar to that. Are you saying evade? Oh, okay, right, the evade ability. Sorry, mate, no, gotcha. If they have abilities, I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yo, Shadow, what's going on, man? Wait till they confirm playable elites. They haven't, but I'm assuming I'm assuming they will, to get on everyone's good graces. I'm assuming if 343 really, really, really want to get on everyone's good graces, they'll do that. I don't know. I've got a good feeling that we will see. I've got a really good feeling that we will see. Playable elites. I've got a really good feeling. If I'm wrong, fuck, that'd be embarrassing. But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we'll see it. When is the next big digital event like E3 or the Game Awards? So E3, that's definitely the next biggest thing. That's in June, like 10th of June, 7th of June, 8th of June. I forget the date. It's like one of those. Sorry, one of those. Yeah, dang iPhone, that's all good, man. All good. We really want to see that multiplayer gameplay. Yeah, it'll all be E3. I'm telling you right now, we will not see any multiplayer gameplay until then. As annoying as that may be, because they want to go all out. This E3, they're probably going to have a huge sit-down thing for like an hour and just show everything, get people hyped. And then that will be quite interesting if they do that, and when they do that. Yeah. The Wasp is the only reason Warzone is worth playing. I do enjoy the Wasp, I gotta say. Hopefully Halo has a diverse set of game modes. Halo 5 is real bare. Yeah, absolutely. They cannot do a repeat of Halo 5. That's for sure, in terms of the game's launch. I agree with winning all the game modes, or at least most of them. I'm especially happy hearing that they are defining the weapons and vehicles niches roles much more. I thought they did confirm playable elites a couple of times, did they? I'm not too sure. Anyone in the live comments know or can confirm that? I'm not too sure. I've got to be honest. I'm not too sure. I honestly think they will have playable elites, and what they can do with that is, for example, Jegga. Hang on, I'm gonna pronounce this. I've read this before. Jegga Radomni. Butchered it either way. After you kill him, you could unlock his armor coating and his red energy sword, because I think that's the elite that you might be able to do like an assassination mission. I think, which would be awesome. Yeah, in general, I believe Xbox's red energy sword would be lit. And in general, I believe Xbox is gearing up for E3, considering all the big moves they've been making and how long a lot of their games have been in development. Absolutely right. They didn't confirm it, but I'm really sure of it. Yeah, so that's my idea as well. Spartans won't be the only. Oh, right. So Spartans won't be the only thing you can customize, they said. We'll move on, but I'm just hoping that means what it is. If that's real, then there you go. Oh, unless they're talking about like emblems and shit, but I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about like, elites. Anyway. Okay. I'm just going to drink this real quickly. Alright, so, the combat doctrine. I'm coughing, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Alright, the Halo combat doctrine is a document that establishes core Halo gameplay philosophy. It outlines our principles of what must be true when playing in Halo's sandbox, and specifically, the moment-to-moment combat. This is why Halo 2 was so amazing in terms of its combat, the dances, the duels it had. The primary purpose of these principles is to shape design discussions regarding foundational Halo combat in both campaign and multiplayer experiences. Alright, they guide us as we make decisions today, tomorrow, and henceforth. Every principle has a player goal that we must achieve. There's more than we can fully deep dive on today, but we'll cover the most important part, which is the principles themselves, and I'll lightly touch on the purpose of each one. The dance. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. Definitely didn't just see the dance. Okay, player goal. Players feel combat is in their hands to win or lose. Halo's combat is a dynamic rhythm of engagement, reactive, and cerebral dance that feels like a symphony of combat choices. This principle speaks to that feeling of nuanced combat between players that only Halo provides. We refer to this as the dance. Some of the key ingredients that we keep top of mind are the right balance of kill time, movement, using a diverse sandbox, energy shield based health model, etc. In every encounter, the player feels like their choices are what produces the outcome and results. This is good. I'm really happy to hear this is like one of the staples going forward, what they need to focus on. And this is what the original Halo experience is all about. In victory, they can outsmart or outplay their opponent because they use the correct toys and skillful actions for the given situation. This principle is where the classic golden triangle is taken into consideration. So that's just, so Halo 2 Dance Battle Midship. And this is why, Halo's multiplayer got so popular in Halo 2, Halo 3, is because everything was up for grabs. Like each time you encountered someone, every encounter would be different. I think it was, I can't remember if this was Ogre 1 or Ogre 2 or the Ogre Brothers. Let's just say the Ogre Brothers said this. If you guys remember the Ogre Brothers, they're still going strong, I think. But they said it was like chess, a game of chess, pretty much. If that makes sense, because the way you play Halo, right, in each encounter, it's like a royal chess. So I don't know if that makes much sense for you guys. I'm assuming a lot of you will get it. Some of you won't get that. But each encounter, you gotta be careful, what you do, if that makes sense. Because it could bite you on the arse, But yeah, that might not be the best example, but that's what they said. It was something to do with chess. It's like a game of chess. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. Sorry, I really don't. I have an elite controller, so just see if I miss anyone. Sorry guys, I don't want to miss your comments. They said environmental customization is another thing. That sounds fucking awesome. I was just reading ahead on my own, spoilers I guess, and implementing the ability to custom map your control screen. Wait, what? Wow. So customize what each of the bonds do. I'll come in and read onto that. That sounds fucking dope. The last update, they heavily emphasise customizing your Spartan with the way they wrote it. Heavily hints at elites. Fuck, man. They will probably actually what they'll do to hype all of us hardcore Halo fans right now that are looking at these blog posts is probably in March or April, before June they'll tease playable elites. That's what I think. But fuck, that's gonna be so good to see. Can't wait for that. I've been elite control, so I'm used to that already, but it's awesome they're doing this for everyone natively in the game. Absolutely. How long do you think the campaign will be, considering how big they make the game out to be? I say a 20 to 30 hour campaign. This will be very wrong though. I think that could be quite accurate because they did say it's going to be bigger and greater than Halo 4 and Halo 5's campaign combined. So I can't remember how long those campaigns were. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be around that, maybe 30. It depends it really depends on how open the game is, the world, sorry, because they haven't really specified on it being open world just yet. But yeah, I think it will be quite open and it will be quite long. So it even could be more, could be less. So yeah, I'm still expecting a huge experience, very long experience. That's gonna be very replayable, I think. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know, but bigger than last game, a few games since promising, absolutely right. And that's, how open world is it? We don't know. That's the real thing. If it is true open world, if it is absolutely true open world, then fuck, that's gonna be awesome. Awesome maybe, depends how they do it. Which might sound a bit weird, I know. It's not true open world, very big, expansive, and opportunistic, but still a linear story. And this could be going off what Joseph Staten said in the last update, where he said he played through it and it was everything they had envisioned for CE just 20 years later, with Halo Infinite. So, flop-based horror game where you play as an ODST, that would be insane. That would be so good. It's cool. Sorry, Moon. It's cool here. Yo, Lewis, how you going? This looks mint. I agree. It might be a big campaign, but I'm gonna still have it completed on the day of release. Yeah, I'm probably going to stream the whole thing on release. So I'm going to, you're going to get my reaction to it as we go. And then I'll probably do multiplayer videos just to get that out. Because when it comes out, there'll be so many people jumping on vids for it. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people just waiting, lurking to release Halo Infinite content. I know that for a fact. So, yeah, I need to work hard when it releases. Very hard. Anyway, tools of engagement, player goal. Players will feel like they are skilled Spartans, armoured super soldiers, not regular foot soldiers. Each weapon or piece of equipment has a distinct feel and skill to use effectively. The tools of engagement principle encompasses the symbols of what makes Halo, Halo. Fluid movement, accurate gunplay while on the move, clear rolls for every weapon, vehicle, etc. When we began development on Halo Infinite, one of our major goals was to remove redundancy in the sandbox. That's really good. Glad to hear they were locking down on that. Weapons were the first area we wanted to have strong roles. We wanted to have strong roles that players gravitate to because of a certain play style. So we started from a blank canvas and called out all of the high-level roles and play. I can't talk, guys. And play styles that we wanted players to experience. From there, we started to get into the details of which specific weapons we're going to fill those roles. I just see the word plasma there. This is also where damage types as a much more feature-rich system came into play. A classic example of a damage type would be plasma. Engaged Halo players understand that plasma is strong against energy shields. You know, noob combo and then pistol to finish them off. For example, in order to really build out the player choice and roles of our sandbox, we felt that it was important to feature multiple damage types in the game, so that we have more attributes to play with when designing vehicles and weapons. As the game launches and we continue to... I don't know, I can't talk right now. Sorry, guys. As the game launches and we continue to develop new weapons, there will always be some crossover of roles and playstyles, but we'll be much more involved with keeping the sandbox fresh, which means that weapons on day one will assuredly be different after multiple updates and patches. Righto. And here we just see pretty much like a full loadout and arsenal weapons here. Magazines. That's the flamethrower right there. Spanker. Shotgun, SMG, BR, pistols, AR, your standard sniper. That's like the Halo 2. I think that's like the Halo 2, Halo 2 machine gun. But yeah. No. Looks nice. This could be a photo from Halo 2, for all I know. I don't know. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. There we go. I was thinking concept, but no, that's from the Halo graphic novel from 2006. So there you go. Yeah. Yo, Johnny, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, mate. B2B, BTB 2.0. Just imagine you and the Sea vs Covenant vs Brutes. That would be sick. 100%, bro. I can't wait for that. Just a huge experience. Huge BTB would be fucking chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. Forge and custom games will benefit hugely from the way they are building up the sandbox. Holy shit, guys, we are nearly at 100 viewers. That is awesome. Thank you. I'm really shocked at that. Really, really, really awesome, guys. Forge and custom games. Yep. Oh man, I cannot wait to see what people do with Forge. Forge with Halo Infinite is going to be crazy. So the sandbox for Forge will be nuts. Custom games will be so much fun. I can't wait. We're definitely doing custom games nights. Does this hint at fire damage, shock, etc.? Remember the shotgun. Shotgun. Shock. Am I tripping balls? I'm trying to think of, unless you... Shock. I'm tripping out, man. Sorry, I'm assuming you're saying shotgun. Unless shotgun, I'm thinking something else. Must be thinking of something else. How tough do you think Halo Infinite is going to be? Legendary, Halo 2, Jakku Sniper hard? Probably not as hard as that, but it will still be quite difficult, I'm assuming, due to the scale of the game. Hopefully it is. I love a challenge, like with Legendary. I love a challenge. Halo 5 is ridiculous because the AI was just stupid. You know, the AI was fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, hopefully it's a fun Legendary experience. The Legendary experience for Infinite has to be fun. I think that's really important. I want more weapon spawns if 100 players for BTB, 50-50 aside. Wow, that would be insane. It came with a toy. Oh, it came with a toy. Oh, hang on. No. I know. Okay, hang on. I think I know what you mean. Is it the shock rifle? The shock rifle. I think is that it? Confirm with me if that's right. Otherwise, I'm gonna be talking about Mars. But I think that's what you're talking about because I did see that with the toy. That one was pretty dope. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I do remember that one. Yeah, instead of battle royale, I want big team battle with 100 players. Yeah, I would prefer to see a gigantic big team battle than battle royale. But if they do release battle royale, I'm not going to be fussed because it will get more people to Halo, right? So it's what it is. Yo, dumb slum, what's going on, mate? I want 32 player custom game lobbies. Yeah, they have to have huge custom game lobbies. That's really important. 100 players is a lot low. It is, but should make for some interesting, chaotic, wild gameplay. Also, near the end of the dev block, they say that they're still dead set on releasing on next gen. Fuck. Damn. So, wait, sorry, last gen. Sorry, I meant last. I don't know why I said next. I knew you meant last. Yeah, I think it's just that's also money. They want to claim as much money as they can because the majority of people still have a Xbox One, Xbox One S kind of thing. Yeah. Musky Mask, what's going on, mate? They need Halo 3, Halo Reach armor customization. Completely agree. Halo Reach, Halo 3, like Halo Reach. I think they said it'll be like Halo Reach's customization, only more advanced. Which, if that's the case, fuck, consider me excited. Sastrus, what's going on? I hope they pronounced that right. Hope you're having a great day. Let's make Arbiter second player again. Oh, imagine, that'd be so good. The winning formula is Halo 3 formula, I'd say. Honestly, anything like that, I'd love. But considering from the gameplay itself, I loved. Like I know it's got sprint. A lot of people don't like sprint, but the gameplay just looks so fluid this time, which means the competitive scene will be it'll be so fun to watch. And they've got equipment, they got all that back, so yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see what they do. Generated defense and headhunter from Reach. In terms of like shit. Headhunter from Reach. Oh no, I know what you mean. I'm fucking tripping balls tonight. Sorry, guys. Sorry. If they put it on last gen, then they got a disclaimer that the experience will not be what it can be. Yeah, that's the only thing. If they put it on last gen, that's the only thing. It will not be that good. Something I noticed is that they are adding arm types, legs, and undersuits. I've seen that too. I've absolutely seen that, and that makes me really, really happy. Halo is trash with that sprint. I said what I said. Completely fair, man. You've got an opinion. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good, man. No problem there. All right, let's continue, guys. Lone Wolf, player goal. The player feels that they can stand alone and be effective without teammates or AI companions. So Halo 5 was like that. They wanted to go against that, but Halo 5 was dog shit in terms of with the AI. Your Spartans, so shit. But yeah, being by yourself will be better, I think. That's what I think. I'd love to have the Arbiter there, but being by yourself is just chief, just fucking mowing down everyone. That's what I think is the Halo experience. To abide by the Lone Wolf principle means that we must provide the player with the necessary items and features to empower them to be effective on their own. Teamwork will augment the experience, but we need to ensure that the player can feel powerful on their own. One way that we achieve this is by looking at designing, tuning, and balancing the starting loadout for players in multiplayer. The basic traits, tools, and weapons must allow the player to be effective from the moment they spawn, without the need to scavenge for good weapons. And that is Linda's Dawnfang from Halo 5. I've got no clue if we'll see this in Infinite. Maybe. Kinetic actions, player goal. Player actions are quick, frictionless, and responsive. Halo is best when the controls feel frictionless, natural, and responsive to the point that the controller or mouse and keyboard fades away and the player is just engaged in combat. Everything should feel intuitive, and we don't want the player to have to fight the game in order to have fun. Really important. It's because of this principle and the fact that Halo Infinite will be on PC that would lead us to rebuild the control scheme system to allow players to fully rebind and remap their controls. What the fuck am I saying? Controls are regardless of platform. That is really, really awesome. So even on Xbox, you can adjust whatever. You can, map. Rebind all of your controls to whatever you want to suit your desirable experience. But yeah, that sounds awesome. How players control Chief or their Spartan is crucial, and we recognise that players feel the most connected to the game when control customization is fully featured. Yeah, Halo 2 C3 trailer. Survivability player goal. Players have a clear understanding of their vulnerability and threat identification. This principle conveys a couple of important values. So talking about health state of themselves and opponents, so they make the best combat decision possible. Second, the importance of energy shields as a cornerstone mechanic to Halo gameplay. Always been important to Halo. The importance of energy shields as part of the overall health mechanic cannot be understated. When creating new sandbox items that interplay with damage or affect the player's vitality, we take into account all of the knobs at our disposal for energy shield tuning, such as max shield value, shield stun time, shield recharge time, and more. Now, I do wonder if we will get. I wonder if they're going to adjust the shield, or is it, what do you call it? I think you guys know what I'm talking about. In the trailer when they showed when Chief was getting damage, when he was, when the shield is recharging, it did the hexagons on the screen. I'm assuming they're going to remove that because the community, I think as a whole, were very, very against that. It just didn't look right. I don't know. Could be anyone saying that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the general community was saying. So yeah, Midnight, what's going on? June needs to be brought back. That'd be quite good. We can see June game. Yeah, even DLC or something. Just even like a mention of him would be good. Just to know he's still going good. Brady, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, mate. Is the fan favourite vehicle that's coming back going to be the Falcon or the Chopper? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they actually bring back the Falcon. The Chopper with the Banished could be seen. Because I know the Banished have a Chopper. I don't know if it'll be that or they'll have one of the other vehicles from Halo Wars 2 the Banished use there. Really excited for the Chopper. Yeah, I would love to see the Chopper in it. Love to see it. I hope you can move in reverse in it. I think the problem I just has that's awful as it may sound. We need a cheesy Halo again, where everything's just badass like Halo 2, even if it's cliche. That's what the franchise needs right now. And I completely agree. Cliche, fun, over dramatic game, I think is perfect. It's what Halo is. Even the trailer where it's set a fire in your heart, where that guy's saying it's true test of legend, Eshram. I think it's really, really good to see that sort of epicness in Halo, because that's what Halo was always about. It was always that epic feeling, even if it might be a bit cheesy, in a way. It's always Halo. Who cares? It's just true test of legend, last fight, all that sort of shit. Where he was just really, really happy to verse Chief. So that's what Halo's always been about, in my opinion. I think having that epicness in the campaign will be so crucial for the campaign to be successful. Yeah, I don't think they have the hexagons multiplayer. Yeah, no, agreed. Do you guys reckon they will bring out a collector's edition? If so, what will be? It will be. So I think they will. I think they'll also bring out something with the console as well. But collector's edition, I couldn't tell you. They might just have like the statue of Chief, which was recently trending, like about a few months ago. I'm assuming that's what they would do. They might do something else, but yeah, I'm assuming we'll hear on that soon. Your favorite games, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Probably a statue. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, Geek, mate, what's going on? I'm going to call me Spile on the Red Reaper of your NFC. Solid. Halo has always been kind of cheesy, never particularly took itself too seriously, but could at times, if you get what I mean. Exactly right. Halo 4 took itself way too seriously. I love the story. But yeah, it was a big, I want to say, deviated way too far from the original Halo campaign, if that makes sense, or the way the story was, because the Halo story before was really, really simple, straightforward. That's what Infinite story needs to be. It needs to be simple, straightforward. So a 6-year-old kid can just be like, oh, shoot this guy bad, this guy dies at the end. You know what I mean? Something stupid, but something simple to understand, but still epic and grand at the same time, if that makes sense. Poon, yep, what's going on? My hype is huge. Same, man. My hype is through the roof right now. Legit. I can't wait for June for E3. Once we get there, that's like gonna be the halfway point, in my opinion. I mean, it is gonna be the halfway point of the year. And yeah, it's gonna be so sick to see all this shit come to life, come to fruition. Anyway, if we create a sandbox toy that violates that feeling, then we run into problems as we conflict with that foundational gameplay element. When that happens, we move away from that experiment and try something else. So that's just talking about, what was it, the sandbox? The shields. Okay, right, so adjusting stuff for the shields, shield tuning, energy shield tuning. Right, so making sure they're creating them, replicating the core Halo experience. That's what they're trying to do. Tasnim, what's going on? Halo 4 was dramatic, but soap opera dramatic. Can't disagree with you there. I think the pilot's character hints at a more serious story. I think the pilot, I am glad to hear that the pilot will be very heavily involved with the game. He will be there to have that more human element to the story, I think. Because obviously Chief is Chief Badass and not robotic per se. But, he can be a little bit, but it depends on depends on what they do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I've got a weird feeling he'll die during the campaign, but I'm hoping Chief can get it back to his family. That'd be so cool. 117 people here. Yeah, just crazy, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for all sending. If you are enjoying the stream in any way, please drop a like. Really does helps me out a lot. But regardless, I'm just glad you're all here to go through this with me and share the hype. Yeah, it's awesome to have so many of you guys just in here chilling with me. Yeah, yo, Party Shrimp, what's going on? Hope you're going well, mate. Thank you, Moses. Nah, of course, man. Glad to have you here. Maria, what's going on? I'm not too sure what you're saying there. Apologies. I'm sure we're gonna hate the pilot at some part of the story, lol. Maybe. You could be right. Depends if he's starting to become needy and nudgy to Chief, maybe. His first experience had me hooked. The music was just amazing. Oh yeah, bro. The music is just it's insane. What they've done so far with the music. The composers, fucking awesome job. I'm telling you right now. I can't wait to see more, hear more. Hopefully they release more of the soundtracks. I'm really looking forward to listening to them. He's been through a lot. Give him a break. Yeah, agreed. I would just love to see him return to his family. If Chief returns the pilot to his family, it will be it'll be really heartwarming. It'll be really awesome to see. Pilot guy seems pretty decent. Yeah. Yo, Chanson, what's going on, mate? Hope you're doing well. Having a great day. I've almost as much faith in Infinite as I do the Great Journey. Fair enough. The Great Journey is nigh. Okay. Alright, I'll continue, guys. Sorry I deviated a bit there. Alright, as you can imagine, there is a lot to unpack here. But to sum it up, the Sandbox team naturally uses these for every new vehicle, item, ability, or weapon that we create. The same holds true when we set out to design player traits like health, shield values, jump tuning, movement speeds, etc. Something that I like to call out is that principles can, and likely will, evolve over time as Halo Infinite is launched and becomes a living, breathing game with meta shifts and community desires. Now, it'd be important that they don't change too much from whatever the community say at launch. Of course, because the Halo community is very, 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 very vocal, which is a great thing, really great thing. But whenever they release, they need to stay true for a bit, and then start adjusting to suit both casual and competitive players, because that's how the game will be successful going forward. Yeah, we hold ourselves to this doctrine, but also do our best not to paint ourselves in a corner as the game evolves over time. Alrighty, so role of equipment and combat. We saw a glimpse of the grapple shot on the drop wall in our campaign demo, and I've seen fans ask about equipment's role in the sandbox. What aspects of equipment stood out and made it the clear choice for improving the combat loop in Halo Infinite? Right, this is big. Here we go. Sebastian, what's going on, mate? Pivot, what's going on? Wait until you see the weapon design. So cool. Yeah, we're about to get to them, man. We've seen the BR. BR looks class. BR looks class. I'm sure if they just reuse every soundtrack from Halo 1 to 3, everyone would be happy. Now and not say something bad about reusing them. I mean, that would be awesome, but the music they've created so far for Infinite, like the soundtrack so far, are really heavily inspired by Halo, the original Halo games, and they sound beautiful. They really sound awesome. I think you all would agree that they are so good. Last one, though. Halo's better than Star Wars. I mean, after Rise of Skywalker, yeah. I mean, I've always loved Halo. Halo's always been better than Star Wars, in my opinion. But I just love lightsabers. Big fan of lightsabers. Yeah, no, they're both good. Like, that's the thing. They both are. Both are great. Yeah. HC Black Someone's gone on. In my opinion, no matter what we... fam, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. In my opinion, no matter what, we should at least try out the game because we have been waiting 6 goddamn years. Exactly right. Yeah, I just want to see more gameplay one day. Yeah, well, very soon. Not very soon. It'll be June. We'll see gameplay in June, which should hopefully come around soon. Hopefully. Everyone's gonna be flocking to Infinite once it launches. Exactly right, because right now there's nothing else out, and it's so highly anticipated. Infinite is... I legit made a video. You guys can see my channel. I made a video that Infinite is the most highly anticipated game of 2021. That's my opinion. I honestly think there's so much riding on this game that everyone's looking at it to just see if it's successful. I love both Star Wars and Halo. Energy swords for start. Lightsabers. Oh my god. Yeah. Proper clash. Xbox 360 is the best console of all time. I think definitely the best. I actually completely agree there. Yeah, I was about to say best of that gen, but no, I actually agree, fully agree. I saw the weapon designs and they're so good. New ones down below. Sorry, right? Yeah, we'll drop down to it. We'll get there. So okay, okay. I'll only go through the really important things here. Okay, I'll go through the equipment really quickly, and then we'll get down to the images. All right, stay with us, guys. Okay. Equipment is meant to be a force multiplayer by design. The player can flip a combat encounter on its head if they possess an equipment item, much like how you saw Master Chief deploy the drop wall right when the Brute tossed the spike grenade in the campaign reveal last summer. What was a difficult situation swung in the Chief's favour due to quick thinking and instincts. That's something that we feel is... Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know why I can't talk right now. Sorry. That's something that we feel is exciting about equipment. They provide an avenue to actions that exist in a more free-form space, unlike the well-defined box of a vehicle or a weapon. Above is just one example from the campaign. In multiplayer, equipment is earned via combat and or scavenging the play space. Fam, what is wrong with me today? Play space, which brings a level of fairness and competition to the experience. At a high level, the equipment items themselves will perform very similarly across campaign and multiplayer experiences. For example, the drop wall's role as a defensive energy shield will be the same across experiences. Right. However, we are tailoring each equipment, all Sandbox features for that matter, to the experience they are being used. So expect to see some minor differences. See, this is what I expected, okay? So there will be some differences between multiplayer and campaign when using equipment and the frequency in which they can be used. Right. Okay, so I reckon like multiplayer, it'll be quite dumbed down, or you won't be able to use it as much, just simply due to that kind of will halt a bit of the gameplay. If you throw a drop wall, let's say there's a dude shooting at you, you top mid of the map, right? Guy shooting at you, you deploy a drop wall, right? And then you can suddenly shoot through the wall and kill him. Yeah, that'll be quite interesting. But I mean, it's very similar to what happened with Halo 3, and we all love that. And if it's anything like that, I think it'll be fucking awesome. Yo, Carson, what's going on, mate? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Carson has shown his face. He has. So much shit I forgot. Sure. Yo, Creed, what's going on, mate? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Alright. We're getting there, Sean. We're getting there. Okay. Okay. As we prototyped equipment, we gravitated towards those that complemented and enhanced the core combat loop, pushing the boundaries just far enough to feel empowering without being disruptive. We looked for equipment that could be paired with maps, modes, weapons, and vehicles in new and effective ways. Another key aspect was equipment with a low skill floor and a high skill ceiling. In other words, equipment that was easy to understand and benefit from for beginner players, but with elements of mastery that allow high skill players to do some amazing stuff. That's really, really good to hear. So they're actually thinking about both the beginner players and the players that will be playing Halo for the first time. Never played it before, first time, and also the high school players, like many of you guys, and of course, the Halo pros. If Halo pros can do some amazing things with the equipment and beginners can still use the equipment quite well, then they've designed that really, really well. Equally important is how the equipment feels on the opponent's end. Not only that it's balanced, but that there's engaging counterplay or clear telegraphing that gives players on both sides an opportunity to display skill mastery. No, that's really important. I'm really, really happy to hear this. Compared to recent Halo titles with more inner abilities, equipment on Infinite creates fewer overall instances of change within the core combat loop. However, we can make those instances much more impactful and fun. We have more room to push the boundaries of our sandbox, allowing new ways for players to express their skill and gain knowledge across various playstyles. This is why equipment was the clear choice, and it gives us a lot of space to grow and change the meta as the game progresses over the years. Another big part of the equipment is that connection to a legacy element from Halo 3, yep, absolutely right, something that players enjoyed and can understand, and upgrading that into a modern Halo experience. Awesome, and that's the drop wall. So yeah, of course. Okay, off topic. Anyone having trouble getting the 3 game team me big? I'm going to make a video on that. I think dysphoric. I think I'm going to make a video on that to help people because a lot of people are having issues with that challenge. There's a specific way to do it. There are some issues with it, but the specific way to do it is you got to jump and get on its back, and as you do it on its back, you got to melee. It's really weird. I'll make a video on it. Double question mark, what's going on? I actually remember you, man. What's going on? I remember you. What's going on? Is it you, FootedGhost? It is I. What do you think you'll do? When do you think you'll do a stream where we could all play some more B2B and customs? I could do one soon. I won't be able to do one today. I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know in a community post. I'll do a community post and let you know. That's what I'll do. So don't worry, pup. We'll do one very soon, pup. Okay, so that's really nice. Joseph, what's going on? The challenge has been interesting. I was just saying, but I restarted the game late and it worked. That's what I'm doing now. Restarting. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, what's going on, man? It has been a while. Hope you're doing well. Yo, Panic Junior, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hamsar, what's going on? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Let's have those buttons. It does. I gotta head out and work on a commission, my guy. All good, mate. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Alright, guys, we're gonna continue. Vehicles are another core element of the Halo sandbox, and in the campaign demo, we got to see the Master Chief jump in a Warthog and hit some sweet drifts and jumps. What role do vehicles play in Halo Infinite Sandbox for campaign and or multiplayer? As we all know, vehicles are very important to Halo. I'll always remember jumping in the Warthog for the first time, playing co-op Halo Combat Evolved with my friend. It was the first time that I felt like a video game brought to life, playing with action figures as a young boy. Vehicles, much like weapons, have an assortment of roles that we want to be represented. I'll let Brian speak to those, blah blah blah. Okay. Let me think. Okay. First, unlock new traversal types. Even lane vehicles allow players to navigate the play space differently than while on foot. I think all of us know the how awesome it is to ram and cram those Warthogs through those tunnels on Halo Combat Evolved, the Silent Cartographer. I think if you all know what I'm talking about. I think you're squishing Warthogs into where they shouldn't be. That's Halo, man. That's Halo. Going over an area covered in rocky crags and fallen trees, the Warthog with its high ride height and large tyres will eat it up. Going over flat marsh covered with pockets of water, the anti-gravity ghost will let you smoothly boost through it. Can't wait to see the ghost. Stuck in a canyon trying to get a base, the Banshee makes it a quick up and over. This has been easily the biggest challenge for me as the vehicle designer. To meet the fantasy of a more expansive Halo, we really needed to unlock our environment artists and level designers to make much more complex terrain. Early on, I made a promise to these teams that if they made awesome looking environments, we'd make the vehicles able to traverse them. We have dev builds of all of the older Halos going back to CE, and this terrain is order of magnitude more difficult. While this caused a significant retuning of the core vehicles that have been in every Halo, when you see the gorgeous environments of Infinite, I think it's worth it. Can't wait. It sounds really, really good. Darth, what's going on? This new info, Helen, for the win. I hope it's, yeah, man, I'm praying for a Xbox win this year. Praying for it, man. Seriously. And I think it will be. Alright. Second, vehicles organically form player parties. Every Halo vehicle enthusiast has a story where someone pulled up in a Warthog, beeped the horn, they got in, and they spent the whole match playing together. Even if they got destroyed on spawn, you'd find each other to go for another round with another vehicle. Some of us, yeah. So again, we've all had experience at that. Awesome. Lastly, I think vehicles are important as long-term tempo pieces for encounters. As for example, a sniper rifle, due to its ammo capacity, has a finite cap to the impact it can have on an encounter or map. Vehicles have infinite ammo, meaning they will exist as a challenge, boon in an encounter, until they are either destroyed or hijacked. With vehicles having this different tempo, we on the Sandbox team can give our partner teams the pieces to have more layers to their encounter compositions. This long-term tempo does mean if the Sandbox isn't tuned correctly, vehicles can become oppressive quite quickly. As long as they aren't paper thin, like Halo Reach, then I think we'll be right. But yeah, Halo 3's vehicles are probably smack on, besides the Banshee, I'd say. You might not agree with me there, but yeah. Halo 5, some of the Halo 5's vehicles are quite good too, but of course, the way that game works, it's quite interesting. Some of the Warzone encounters are quite fun, I've got to say. But yeah, some of them, it depends. It really just depends on the map. But yeah, so this is quite interesting to hear. Pretty much just how they're working with vehicles and how they can make sure it fits the whole Sandbox design that they're going for. Yeah. So here we go. The Sandbox team has worked hard to get a healthy interplay between all our parts, and I think we're in a good spot right now. But we are, of course, continuing to monitor feedback during playtests and eventually public flighting. Public flighting, I'm telling you right now, guys, public flighting probably won't start until E3 after E3. That just makes the most sense. Yeah. Gears of Animation, what's going on, mate? Really well. Everyone likes Reach, though. Yeah, Reach is awesome. I love Reach. Not everyone, I mean, a lot of people like Reach. Some of the community don't. I think the campaign's awesome. I think the multiplayer is fun. It's not my favourite multiplayer. Not definitely my favourite multiplayer. It's fun. I'd say Halo 3, Halo 5, Halo 3 and Halo 5 are my favourite. Just because of how fluid Halo 5 is and just how, I don't know, nostalgic Halo 3 is for me. I always can jump in and have fun. Yeah. Bloom is the really annoying thing in Reach that was just dog shit and everyone hated it. You're asking what is Bloom? Yeah. Where it's just, you know, you shoot things and you're, what do you call it? I'm having a mind fuck. It's where, you know, you're shooting, and basically at each shot, you're, man, what? You know the, oh my god. I shoot weapons. What am I doing? I can't think about this. Basically, the target, it gets larger and larger with each shot you take. Yeah. Someone in the comments will explain it better than I am right now. I'm doing a terrible job explaining that. Terrible job. Locus, how you going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, helps you pace shots. That's it. Boom. Yeah, because otherwise you can keep shooting to spam it and it'll be too OP. Mainly for the DMR. But yeah. Yeah. I hope that's not adequate. Sorry. Yeah. So that should be good. Yo, Custom, I'll let you hop in a Discord call to join on in, bro. Join us for the last bit, man. Okay, how the fuck do I do that? So do I just... I have no idea. Okay. Discord. Oh, yeah, guys, join the Discord as well. I don't know if it's in my description. Yeah, Chief, could you just give me a ring and then I'll just accept it, like on the thingy. Yo, thanks for the sub, Sean. Really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, Custom Chief, just give me a call me on Discord and I'll accept it because yeah, makes life easy. If you can. Okay, we will keep going. Yeah. So you guys will explain it better than I am. The reticle. That's it, the reticle. See, why the fuck did I forget that? Okay, that's it. Josiah, what's going on, mate? Quick challenge is broken. Okay, I'm going to show you this spark. I'll show you. I'm going to make a video on it. Okay, it's a beautiful stroke. Many people are having trouble with the challenge. You're on loan, dude. Yo, Chris, what's going on, mate? Gameplay will probably be coming out in June with E3. Unfortunately, that's a while away, I know. But we probably won't see anything until then. The channel looks pretty interesting. Thank you so much, Sean. Really appreciate that, mate. Already in the Discord. All right. Going to the Discord real quick. Nah, go for it, guys. Let me know which Discord. Let me know which Discord, and I'll join. Or just send me an invite to a call, and I'll join. All right. Where are we, guys? We are here. Okay. So, how is the Sandbox team embracing damage types in Halo Infinite? Okay, here we go. As I said above, Halo has always had damage types to some degree from the very beginning. Early on, when we were planning on Sandbox areas to improve, damage types was one of the feature sets that the weapons team decided to really go after. We felt that in order to achieve stronger weapon identity than previous titles, having another category of attributes that we can fold into our designs creates a stronger choice for players. For example, if we had the damage type system in Halo 4 when the light rifle was created, instead of having DMR, the light rifle would be similar minus different. I see what they're trying to say here. Okay, similar minus different visual effects and damage tuning. We would have weapon traits unique to the light rifle because it shoots hard light. Rather, all hard light weapons would have unique attributes to them that aren't shared with your typical UNSC weaponry, or what we call kinetic damage type weapons. Players should now have stronger choices presented to them. Instead of using the weapon that you like because of how it shoots or handles, in Halo Infinite you might want to grab a certain weapon because of how it affects other players, the environment, or vehicles. I like to hear that, I like the sound of that. In essence, the ambition for damage types is to better integrate weapon types, ammo types, faction, tech, etc. into the gameplay loops in a way that is easily understood by the player. That way the player can make better combat decisions based on the scenario, in addition to further clarity and purpose to the legacy damage types, i.e. kinetic and plasma. The team has also been pursuing new surprises for players that we are eager to talk about in the months ahead. Here we go. 117 people. That's funny. Okay. We want to keep the rules for damage types simple, understandable, and sustainable. Halo has already had a loose rule set with plasma weapons. We wanted to further define this rule set, so players can have expectations of a damage type. Keeping the rules simple and understandable allows us to have weapons with unique behaviors and roles. If they want to quickly strip personal shields, they can use plasma, for example, but this doesn't dictate a weapon's playstyle, class, or power level. I could still have a shotgun style weapon that is any one of these damage types. So this is where, if you guys remember, I don't know if you will, probably will. This is where in the gameplay reveal trailer, or the gameplay reveal, the 8-minute demo, when they were walking over a weapon, it said kinetic, or it said plasma, and then it was like shotgun, if that makes sense. So it was like kinetic or plasma, then it said shotgun, and then it was like short distance. I think that's correct. That's just what I remember, and that's what they're going to be trying to really focus on. Right, so this is basically what they're saying here. Okay, now let's take a look at this needler. Wow, it looks gorgeous. I gotta say, it looks really good. Damn, yeah, I think it looks great. I mean, I did a thing on Twitter about this needler. It looks awesome. I've always loved the needler. Yeah. Oh, wait, is he calling? I'll join.
I've guys been chilling in here.
Mate, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sweet. What's going on, mate? All right, guys, we got custom
I'm
chief
just
in.
like, I was too lazy. Like, I just made a quick breakdown. I just wanted to go join on in and help you out.
No, that's good, man.
There is tons of stuff.
There's a lot to go through. Can you guys in the stream here, custom chief? I'm hoping I've got his audio.
Let me check it. I can check it. I don't want to have Inception because if I have it pulled up on my phone, it's gonna show up on the mic and it's gonna be.
Nah, you're all right. They're looking really nice. It really is, guys. Yeah, fuck. It looks fire. I really like it. I miss CE's Needler's Melee. That CE's Needler Melee. God, yeah. The melee for the Needler in CE was just awesome. I'm trying to think if Halo 5 did that one as well. No, I don't think so. It would be quite good to see that return, for sure. Yes, you guys can. You can hear him? Okay,
yeah,
sweet.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. We are just at the part just after the Needler.
You're looking at just after the Needler. I haven't even read through the whole thing. My video is interesting. I try finding good points, and it's like, oh wow.
Now, getting a video out fast and quick is probably more important. I mean, obviously you want to highlight what's going on, but yeah, because otherwise,
definitely.
In a few hours, guys, I'm telling you, in a few hours, everyone
Halo
will be covering this.
Kevin Kulex,
every single person,
dudes.
Yeah. So all us small guys got to get things out. Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear my son's audio. Yep. No, it's all good. Yeah, Locus, you hear him. Yep. Leo, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Leo? Hope you're having a good one, mate. Imagine being able to customize melee animations. Yeah, that would be fucking dope. That would be insane.
I already see how this is looking far better than the philosophy I think they had with 5 so far.
Oh,
it's already their design philosophy as a whole, where they want everything to work together. So if there's a vehicle in a game, it needs to be able to actually function. Like in Halo 5, I remember you would have the tank, but you could get the tank just destroyed in 2 seconds because someone could just dash over to you.
Yep. Exactly.
So I wonder how they're going to balance stuff like the grapple shot for vehicles, because that's going to be very interesting to see. Because if you have a tank, if they shoot the grapple shot and at the tank they can just grenade you, right? Is there going to be any measure to prevent that sort of thing? Because I feel like that's another Halo 5 situation where a vehicle can just get destroyed in seconds.
Fuck. Yeah, no, absolutely right, man. And you've phrased a big point there with the grapple hook or the grapple shot, because damn, in terms of vehicles like the Scorpion, if you can just grab to the back of it or grapple hook to the back of it and just chuck a grenade in, that's gonna be so OP. So
definitely.
So they gotta watch out for that, for real, because that's gonna be too OP. But Bluetooth, what's going on? Welcome. Ricky, what's going on? Chief Master, welcome. Hope you all
I see some of my subs here. How's it going?
And you're all doing well. If you're sub to both of us, you're doing fucking awesome.
Bulldog, actually, the Bulldog's growing on me, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I didn't like it at first, and I'm just it's a different version from the shotgun we had. It's from what we see, it's a fast firing shotgun, so it's gonna probably do less damage. But I think that's kind of the whole point.
I'm just trying to think. I think the color, I don't know if they've changed anything on the color, the color scheme of it, because I thought it was quite flat originally.
Well, I think it's just the demo too was just flat. So I think a lot of the stuff we saw just wasn't ready. And if you go later on the video, because I went through a little bit of the article, apparently they just finished the concept of a new vehicle.
Oh wow!
So
awesome.
So that means it's not just the graphics they're working on then.
Yeah.
I think they're I think this would have been a Halo 5 situation where you would have had probably a decent launch, but you would be missing a lot of stuff. So I think their goal now, they have time to work on the fun stuff, the extra stuff, to make this game the full package, Yeah.
No, that's good to hear.
Because I don't think they had the time.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
They didn't.
This is why I'm so happy about the delay. They had to do all of this. Max says he wants to grapple hook a Banshee. Yeah, in that trailer.
Oh my god.
Or that video thing. Oh, what was it? That guy that turned into the Master Chief and he grapple hooks onto the Banshee? Yeah. That was dope.
Honestly, I hope you could do that in the game. It needs to be balanced in a certain way where you can't just do it 100 times or just grapple to every Banshee. It'd be hilarious if you could pull the Banshee towards you and just chuck it.
Just stand still and just grab it and swing it around. Oh god, that would be funny. What an idea though.
If you can modify the abilities, that could be a case in custom games or mods. You can modify the grapple hook to instead pull stuff towards you. It could be certain game modes, but I don't know. That's
ideas, man. There's so many things they can do with this. It's fuck. Okay, we'll keep going. I don't want to sit on the Bulldog. I mean, I'm definitely growing on the Bulldog for sure. It's grown on me for sure. Okay, And because of the live nature of Halo Infinite, we should see the Bulldog, as well as other weapons, equipment, and vehicles, receive balancing updates from flighting and after launch. Correct, so again, he's just asking questions. How's the fine-tuning process going to look? So again, so they were committed to the game, the community, and basically what the community says, they'll probably act on, I think, early on, to adjust the sandbox and what's going on. So, Sandbox sends out monthly patch notes to the studio of all the meta changes and new features that came online in the month prior. The studio right now is our player base, and we are treating the internal 343 team the same way we will treat the community, with honesty, respect, and integrity. Again, those are some pretty core principles they gotta continue and stick by as the game launches. Additionally, we're leveraging user research, daily campaign, multiplayer play tests. The 343 Pro team, which I still don't know who is in that. Do you know who's in that, Chief?
Can you reread it real quick? I need a.
It is so. Additionally, we are leveraging user research, daily campaign, multiplayer playtests. The 343 Pro team.
The Pro team, yeah, that's I think that's related. That's everything related to esports. The Pro team. So they said they had monthly esports updates for Infinite specifically. I didn't see that yet, so we could get maybe some information on the last day of the month, because that's what they did in December. They said we'll have monthly updates, and I don't know. I think I was scheduling for that, so maybe we could form flighting dates for that. Like, say they have an event coming up, like around like June. We can kind of assume that there's probably a flight around then if there's an event for Halo Infinite then. But I think they're going to be very careful with the way they do it, because they're very careful with their words on when they're going to show the next stuff. Yeah, they're like straight up tell us like, hey, we're going to show you audio next. And I know a lot of people might be upset with that, but honestly, I'm fine with that. Like, we're not in a content drought anymore. We know when we're getting information now, and we know the information's just picking up from now on. This is not last year. And I think people just need to get that into their brains. Like, it's not a content drought. It just might not be the thing you want every month.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still happy just waiting to see, more awesome things, because so far from what we're seeing, I know these are just screenshots, but these are work in progress screenshots. And yeah, no, a lot of things just look awesome, man. And what I've been hearing as well just sounds fucking awesome. So yeah, but I can't wait to see what else they've got for us, because I think next update is Zeta Halo, and then the following one's the audio one. So I've got no clue what they're going to say about Zeta Halo, but that intrigues me quite a bit, so okay. Trying to think if you... Okay, so I'll read through this very briefly for you guys. Dynamic weapons part. We're going to scroll down. There's should be more weapons in a sec. They do look awesome. Gameplay will be at next online E3. Yep, I agree. I think we probably won't see... Do you agree with that? We probably won't see anything until then?
Oh, no. We'll definitely only see gameplay in summer. Like, we might get a 30-second teaser, maybe, of, like, a Spartan moving. It'll be like, like the Halo 5 beta teaser, where it's just a Spartan ground pounds, boom, 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 and it's just over in 30 seconds. We'll get something exactly like that. I don't know. I really want a Super Bowl teaser, campaign related, where they have like an emotional deliver hope. I do not think something like that will happen until like 2 months for launch, sadly. I don't think we'll get something for the Super Bowl either. I really do think it's going to be E3. They're just going to go all out, and then flighting will start. They'll have at least, if the release date is truly November 15th, we'll have at least a few months of flighting.
Yeah.
Just as much as Reach got. So we'll get gameplay in June, but before then, maybe expect maybe some first-person screenshots and stuff, but like no full-blown gameplay for a while.
Yeah, I think nail on the head there, dude. I think that's the more likely thing that will happen now. You'll probably hear and see what we're going to say and react to these blog posts as we get closer to E3. But I think the way Sketch opened this article was very much like the big hardcore, gameplay reveal, the flighting, all of that will probably come after huge online events like E3 and all that sort of shit. So yeah, I don't expect any flighting or anything like that until after E3. Yeah. But
they also said these articles will pick up. It's not like they'll do these monthly, but it's not like, for example, they'll still talk about Infinite and community posts now. You have the Ask 343. So if you have questions about 343, just go on Twitter. Obviously, be polite. Don't bring hate on them. I know there's some toxic people who exist out there. Just literally ask 343 a question like, hey, what other guns maybe we can expect? And maybe 343 will answer. Like, they're definitely proving that they're willing to be more transparent, like they said in the last Inside Infinite. And so far, it looks really good on them. I think they are definitely making up for the drought they had. And I think the drought that happened was justified, but only if they fall through with this Inside Infinite, ask 343, and they're open about the game as a whole. And so far, this is more of a deep dive, and I think we got even with 5. This is a lot of information about the game already.
It's like, especially what Sandbox was, like just this, I wasn't expecting this to be so high detailed, if that makes sense, because I was expecting a few brief explanations about what they're doing for, shields, weapons, vehicles, but they're going pretty in depth here, which is awesome to see. Like, it shows that they care about us, and when they get as much info out to us. So,
well, I think what people don't realize is that these are specifically, I think, for the Halo community. You have to think about this. Like, yeah, this might go on trending for a few hours on Twitter, maybe. Who knows? Halo Infinite might go on trending.
Hopefully.
But this is for the Halo community. You're not going to see a video made by IGN and stuff. You might. I don't know. But, like, this is just to calm down the Halo fan base, to talk to the Halo fan base. This is not the true marketing machine just yet, which people don't realize. The marketing machine is for everyone else. That's when you get the cool trailers, the gameplay. But right now, it's just, hey, we're making a Halo game. We're going to show you how we're making it. They're really, I think, doing this to make sure the Halo community doesn't really feel left out, because Halo Infinite is going to appeal to a lot of people, not just us. And I think they kind of want to give us, I guess, a head start, That's kind of what I think of, how I think of it, is that, hey, they know they've had these loyal fans for years, and this is kind of just our little reward, our little nugget,
Bro, man,
like, they don't have to do Inside Infinite. They never did.
Yeah, exactly right. Dude, I just want to say, like, that's exactly what I was saying. A little bit in my last video, I was saying, like, the exact same thing as you just said. Because, us, we're quite, if you think of the Halo community right now, who's looking at these blog posts, it's actually quite small. It's a relatively small group that are looking at these blog posts and noticing what's going on. As Sketch was saying, the big marketing machine, it ain't starting until E3, like, as you said. So this is just for us. And this is why I really appreciate what they're doing, because, they don't need to do this. Like you say, they don't need to do this for us, but they are. And, it really is awesome to see them do this. Like, it really is. Your review tuner, what's going on? Leo, what's going on?
Legendary Master Chief, how's it going?
My guys. I'm analysing the new weapons screenshots and comparing them with the last Inside Infinite weapon screenshots. Not seeing anything significant though. It looks like it's the same base image, with the Spartan, like that white and orange armor coated Spartan just watching, or like looking over on the thing.
I want to see his coding.
Yeah.
They could. We should ask that. Like, hashtag #343. Can you just show us the coding of this Spartan, please?
That's funny. That's jokes. Yeah, no, I agree. Because it actually looks pretty cool. Like the orange visor. I like that.
It's like Halo 3. It just looks straight out of Halo 3.
Yeah, man.
Just in 4K.
Oh, man. Okay. Guys, I think you fairly understand this. This is quite straightforward. Basically, they're just going to fine-tune everything to what the community is saying post-launch. Let me see. So, okay, they're talking about community stuff. So, a lot of feedback comes in very raw and honest. When you're getting that feedback, it's nice to be present to dig into the root cause of that frustration. The mongoose sucks because it's too slow. Can be a lot of things. Is the acceleration too slow? Does it cause too much momentum when it's turning? Is its top speed too slow? Etc. etc. I think you guys get the gist. It's just how they, when they get feedback from the community, they have to be really careful in how they react to it, and not be too quick to fix anything or adjust anything. When in fact it could be the opposite. So, the mongoose sucks because it's too slow. That's an example. Let's say when Infinite comes out, they say the sidekick, the Magnum, is not very effective. It's too slow. Sorry, too fast. Sorry, to focus shots. they probably they'll look at that in detail and really go through. They'll probably take a few weeks to see what they're going to do to fix anything like that. So I think what they're saying here is that it will take a lot of time to fix anything that's mentioned in the first, at launch. Sorry, trying to, because Halo 5 took at least a few months to release their first update, if I'm correct in saying that. I don't know.
No, yeah, it did actually. It took a long time for that to come out.
Yeah, so that's what I reckon will happen there. 1v1 FootedGhost was custom chief. It will happen.
One day. It will happen one day.
No,
not right now.
Yeah, it will happen, boys and girls. Anyway. I think it's fairly straightforward. Let's take a look at the Commando. I think this was also a mixed weapon, I guess. Not everyone liked it.
It looks Halo to me in this screen. I just don't know. These weapons do not look too great in the demo.
Yeah.
And I really think that's more so the lighting and stuff. But when I look at this,
I like it.
It looks good. It's not like my favorite, but that's honestly personal preference. Honestly, this could be someone's favorite weapon design of all time. But it's kind of just like, I think it's up to personal opinion if you like this or not. But it fits in Sandbox design. It doesn't look outrageous or anything either. Halo's always known to have very militaristic, realistic weapons, especially in the older games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the UNSC. So like you look at the pistol from Halo 2. And it's like the original design, it's very realistic. And so I feel like they're kind of going with that vibe. Like you can see this gun in real life.
Yeah, you can. So, that's the thing. I think that's why some people were a bit skeptical of it. But, it's growing to me. This image looks a lot better. And like you say, because of the flat lighting, that's probably why it didn't look as good in the demo. But yeah, I do like the look of this here. Assuming you can see the VK78. It looks a lot better here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're a fan of this weapon, the Commando.
Is there a forklift in the background? Someone in the chat said forklift in the background. Oh my gosh. Look closely. Yeah. That might be a forklift. If you look behind the other Warthog, there's some...
Oh my god.
That is a forklift.
Go.
That's a forklift. Guys, we did it. Bro, Halo is saved. We're the best franchise again. We just need. It's probably not a forklift, but it looks like a silhouette of one.
It looks like it. It actually does,
dude. It's gonna be a boss. That's the boss battle. You thought Cortana or Asharm were the boss battle, dude? The last level is fighting a forklift.
The final mission.
That's how Master Chief dies. He gets run over by a forklift.
That's jokes, man. That's jokes. MMOD, what's going on? Hope the BR sounds and feels like the Halo BR. Dude, yeah, Halo 2 BR. Yeah, fully agree. Did we get to hear it in the trailer? I don't think we did we?
Wait, what did we hear?
The Halo 2 BR, like the BR55.
It's in the gameplay trailer. It looks really good in the gameplay trailer. Look good. But
I don't know. I can't remember if we heard it though. Did we hear it?
No, we didn't hear it.
No, we didn't. So that, hopefully it does sound.
Hopefully it doesn't sound like Halo 4.
Yeah. I think Halo 5. I think Halo 5's Halo 2 BR sounds very crisp. I like it. The sound of it was really nice. I think that's what they're going to probably go for. I don't think they're going to go for like the Halo 3 type sound. I don't know. I'm trying to think through.
The Halo 2 anniversary sound. That's my favorite sound.
Actually, okay. They might go off that one because that one's a lot more realistic sounding.
I think they're going for realistic sounds for this game. I think there's going to be, one of the biggest complaints for this game, and I think that's what a lot of them from the demo. Yeah. If you get rid of the graphics and everything, a lot of people are finding the gameplay. Everything looked nice. The flow looked really good. Graphics were iffy, but the sounds were a big complaint. Like the assault rifle doesn't sound real. Like I guess that's just 3 for 3. They always go for more realistic sounds.
Yeah.
So I bet money the Halo. It's going to be honestly the AR. I hope they just make it sound a little more beefy. That's like the biggest problem I have. Like that gun right there that's still on screen. It sounded so good.
It did.
I hope they do something similar with the BR because the BR is a beast of a gun and it needs to sound like one.
It has to. Yeah, completely agree. And an AR, if they can get the AR sounding like it used to, then I'm pretty sure everyone will be over the moon with that. Forest Joe, what's going on? New weapon? Yeah, that's the Commando. Can't wait to try it. Actually, it's growing on me, and I think Custom Chief can say the same.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Forklift spree. Get a kill you now with a forklift. That's
means, like, if this is gonna be the first Halo game where you can drive a forklift in multiplayer at launch, it's the best Halo game of all time.
Oh fuck yeah, bro! I can't. That just straight away sounds good. Chris Lee, what's going on? Yeah, Halo 2 BR sound design is my favorite, even on an anniversary. No, I completely respect that, mate. Like when the UNSC games sound more meaty, for lack of a better word. Yeah. Nah, beefy. Yeah. Halo. Okay, this is
meaty.
This might sound a bit crazy, a bit wild, I want to say, but Halo 4's AR, I think sound.
Oh, that's the best sound. No, that's a good sound.
Yeah, I think that's the best sound of the AR.
I know Halo 4 is a lot of things, but its sound design, I think, was really. I didn't like the plasma pistol in the VR, but the other guns sounded amazing. The shotgun sounded amazing. Like, I don't know, Halo 4 had really good sounds, and Halo 5 kind of just it did its own thing with his, like, the AR in Halo 5 is like, I don't really like it. It sounds like a Halo gun, but it's just like.
It's kind of weak sounding too.
The AR is supposed to be boom. It's supposed to
mow down everything. That's the way it's meant to be. The sound of that. I would love more realistic for Infinite, but demo says that's not the case. Well, we'll wait and see, I reckon, because they might even be changing more of the sounds from hearing what the community have had to say. Although I don't know if they'll.
They easily can, because they just made a new vehicle apparently. So there's a lot of things they can keep doing.
Fuck yeah! All right, Max has gone on. I really hope these. I don't know. I'm probably saying everyone again. How you going? I'm pretty sure I haven't seen you. I really hope these weapons aren't ruined by overly colourful or crazy or super crazy skins. Yep. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I think. What I will say about that is I liked some of the Warzone rec weapons, because they played different. They played differently, but I don't think skins should be, like, weapon skins should be on all of the weapons. I don't know. I think a lot of people will be a bit, I want to say, a bit displeased with that, because that's not what Halo's been about. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was bad. Halo. Yeah, so fuck, I'm 22, so that's not 22. I'm 20.
Yeah, right. That shouldn't be happening, dude.
No, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, I'm going backwards, guys. Fuck. Earl, what's going on?
Not again.
Not again. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. This here, guys, is the Hydra. Right. Now let's take a look at this in full definition. Here we go.
All right. I'm trying to not upload. What time are you gonna end your stream? I need to make sure I upload this video not in the middle of your stream.
Once we get through this real quickly, or I want to say like another 15, 20 minutes probably.
All right, that works.
Does that work? All right. Yeah, you should be still beating pretty much everyone, I think. I'm yeah, because you want to.
Dude, I'm trolling the system, dude. I'm trolling the system.
That's it, man.
The tags, dude. It's all tags, guys. If you want YouTube advice real quick, besides Halo advice, just literally you have to be there first and you have to have good tags.
Yep.
If you're a small channel,
Halo, yeah. Dude, but that's spot on though. Seriously. But yeah. So what do you guys think about you like the Hydra design? FootedGhost is turning back his age. Yeah, turn back the clock. Fuck. Isn't there a movie about that? I swear there's a movie about that.
There could be. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck. Wish we could turn back time to the Bungie days. I mean, the quality of the games, fuck yeah. I'm not the Bungie now. The Bungie that's existing now is kind of dog shit, in my opinion.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about Destiny 2. They, for some reason, Destiny 2 started doing so well. And then for some reason, now they're taking away content from the game. Like, I get they have a smaller team, but I'm just like, why?
That's a bit silly, yeah. Nah. Johan, what's going on, mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great one, bro. It is indeed the custom chief with I. He's here with me. Chris Lee, is there
a plasma cast on?
I think.
Do you have any answers about Halo Infinite or why you're yeeted from the company. I did 3 for 3 take you away. Right.
God, I think there is a plasma caster. I think someone, or there's a plasma repeater. I actually think you made a video on that once, didn't you? Like on a, I think it was a toy.
Me? Oh, the plasma casters return. There's a lot of toys that have a bunch of weapons that are set to return. The plasma caster was one of them. The Spartan was holding, and the plasma caster was a really good gun introduced in Halo 5. Like it was a. I honestly think you could put the plasma caster in Halo 3 and it would probably fit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's actually quite a good weapon. I just, the question is, will they bring that one, or bring the plasma launcher? Although I guess they kind of, the two different weapons I want to say.
They'll probably they'll probably have most of the Halo They'll probably have every single weapon in the game within 5 years. I really do think they're making each gun distinct. And I feel like purposely with this launch, like especially the shotgun, for example, they could bring back the OG shotgun and just have it be a one-shot, one-pump, like, beast.
Yeah.
They can also, like, have a variant of they can have variants of weapons like what they did in Halo 5, but they're more, like, their own thing. Instead of just having, like, slightly faster rate of fire or just, like, explosive rounds. Like, oh my gosh, there was the answer in Halo 5. God. It was literally just broken.
That was, yeah, that's memories, bro. Fuck. Chris Lee just says, wrong Chris Lee. Chris is not taking any questions at the moment. He's only accepting answers. Plasma caster is really cool as a power weapon. Green plasma launcher. There's not many YouTubers that actually read comments though. Nah, we all do. We gotcha. I mean, I know there's quite a lot that don't, but yeah.
Sentinel Beam will probably return. I think that's a definite bet.
Because of the Sentinels, apparently. They're Sentinels.
Yeah. They'll have Reach weapon, a lot of Reach. They're going to ride off of Reach nostalgia, and that's why I'm predicting a mode similar to Invasion. Because it's not going to be Invasion in the sense of Elites versus Spartans, but it'll be structured like it, probably just a lot bigger. Yeah. Because Reach nostalgia was at an all-time high. Like, I remember, like, people were getting 1 million views off of videos off of Halo Reach on PC.
Jesus
like, it was crazy.
I was yeah, no, I think it's God, I really want to see Invasion return. Like, if I'm being honest, that's probably the one mode I really want to see.
It needs to be refined, like, because Reach, there's problems with it, but I think they can work on getting a lot of this fixed.
A few tweaks and then it'll be, beautiful. Bro, he's got you just said there, the answer created more problems. Yeah, often more. Yeah. I got 10 banned, but I didn't leave the game at all. People 3 must remove the banning system. They need to
keep it. I think they should keep it.
I think they need to make it strong.
I think it shouldn't be.
No, you get me. Yeah.
It shouldn't be like where you're idle and you just get like.
Yeah.
In game, it should be strict, especially since this game's gonna have a lot of competitiveness. Like for I think lesser modes that aren't as competitive, like a bigger team mode or big team battle, it shouldn't be super strict if you quit a game, because Halo 5 would ban you for like a few days if you quit like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, but not competitive. Like, competitive would be, if you left out of the competitive Slayer game or competitive Capture the Flag, then I think you deserve a bit of a ban, unless.
And then also idling
cooldown or something.
The stupid MCC feature where, like, if you're idling, you can't go into a game is just honestly ridiculous. They need to fix that. I can't do sub games sometimes because one of my subs won't be playing. I want him to play the game and he doesn't know, and I have to say, hey, can you move your mouse?
You have to say, touch your controller, move your mouse, do something, mate. Yeah, FootedGhost, but what about vehicles returning? I'm going to say a lot of the vehicles we know will be returning, like the Ghost, Banshee, Warthog, of course. I'm hoping, apparently there's a Spectra that will be returning. I don't know if that was true. That might be just a leak. Then, of course, I'm assuming we'll see some banished vehicles. So, of course, I'm not going to talk about the Phantom or Pelican. I think we all know they're returning. But I think you'll see something like you'll see the banished chopper. I think it will either be the banished chopper or the banished Marauder. I don't think you will see the Prowler. I think the Marauder will serve as a improved version of the Prowler, if that makes sense in any way. But yeah, I want to go too far off track. Do you think there'll be Sentinels and Prometheans as separate entities? I think we'll see Prometheans and Sentinels. I don't think
there'll be like boss oriented stuff. I think Prometheans will be not as frequent.
Yeah.
They'll be probably in Forerunner installations. Maybe like, for example, if you want a new, maybe it's like an open world thing where like if you want to travel to a different point quicker, maybe you have to take a place of Forerunner Sentinels and stuff or something to unlock a point, maybe.
I think
stuff like that.
Exactly right. I don't think they're going to be that that hardcore. I think it'll be the main focus will be the Banished, and then hopefully the Flood towards the end of the game, or the Created, where under the Created you have Prometheans, and then a little small fraction of the Covenant that's still remaining. But yeah, also give us map voting veto. Yep, I really want to see that. I'd like to see what crazy stuff Mint Blitz will pull off in this. Fuck. The shit he pulls is ridiculous. Being a fellow Aussie though, I'm happy to. He represents Australia for us. So, yeah. You know when you get pissed off in game and you instinctively press to leave and realize your mistake. The system is good concept, but it can be very drastic.
For competitive, if you're ranked, there should be consequence. Like it really does affect your rank, especially in Halo 5. If you're a high rank and your teammate quits, if it's 3-on-4, your team's most of the time, probably 8 out of 10 times gonna lose. And that's like if it's a casual game mode, it should be very loose. Maybe you can quit like 4 games without getting like a 30-minute ban. But it really should be strict, because one of the biggest problems of competitive play is like if a team's losing, they quit because they don't have a lot of consequences. You have to I know it sucks that the consequences are really terrible for ranked, but they kind of have to be that way, because then if they weren't, then people would quit all the time. It would just ruin the experience for a lot of people.
No, I completely agree. I think that's the way they need to work it. And so in competitive, there's a consequence, but in social, there's not really that much of a consequence. Fuck, I can't talk. A consequence, but of course you want it to be still in a way where you can't just leave if your team's losing. Do you know what I mean? How about the Chopper? I think Chopper will be there. What would you think of normal gravity hammers and brute shots along with bigger hammers and brute shots? Brute shots, I would love to see brute shots return. Gravity hammers, I love gravity hammers. So, yeah, that's that. Meme, what's going on? Matthew, what's going on? Halo Infinite Weapons looking crispy and sexy as fuck. Wow. I mean, yeah, no, they look hella nice. How cool would it be to drive a Locust? Oh man, I think it's everyone's dream that's played Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. Such an awesome vehicle. Norman No Name, what's going on? You think the Falcon would return? I mean, they did say they wanted more vehicle teamwork. I'm hoping the Falcon returns. The only way, let me think. I know the Wasp is returning, and the Falcon's very different. If it's the Falcon, I'll be very, very happy. If it's the Hornet, I'll still be very, very happy. But yeah, I don't know which one I'd prefer. What do you reckon, Custom Chief?
I'm not sure. I don't think it'll be the Falcon. As much as I want it to return, it'll probably be something from Halo 3, like the Prowler, but like a whole new kind of vehicle. Because we saw toys of it. So it's definitely going to come back. So I think it'll be that, because I just don't think... Because maybe... I really want it. I really wish I could say it's going to be the Falcon, but I've been wanting it for so long. That's the biggest issue, is I don't know.
Yeah. Again, we don't really know, do we, guys? I think it's just it's prediction or at this stage. I think I would love to see the Prowler. Sorry, I would love to see the Falcon. Sorry, but if we get either the Falcon or the Hornet, I'll be happy. Or if it's a blend or a mixture or some sort of different vehicle, UNSC air vehicle.
They are focusing. They're probably going to focus on team play with this game, because that was one of the biggest criticisms. So
that's what. Yeah. So yeah, focus on vehicle teamwork. So that'll go into what you were saying there. Okay, Sanji, what's going on? I think UNSC version of the Spectre would be in game. That's the new vehicle they made. I don't want to say that's the Warthog, because the Spectre's like a Warthog covering the Warthog. But I was hoping the Spectre would return, like a banished Spectre.
In between, it could be a Falcon. Technically, it is an air Warthog, and it's not as strong as a tank.
I mean, yeah, you're right there. Yeah, jeez. Could be.
But like I don't think, unless they're being really clever, I don't think 343 would be that. That's a little bit of a stretch. Craig playing violin, please. Somebody make this, please. Hey, you play the violin.
Yeah, I do.
Photoshop Craig on your face.
I'll put Craig on my face and I'll just do it. Fuck. Okay, I've got to talk about this Hydra. I have to talk about this Hydra. Okay, I've just had it on the screen for like fucking 5 minutes there. Okay, it's different. It looks different. It looks quite different in terms of the design. It's interesting. Like it's got more. I don't want to say it's more blocky. Before it didn't have as much going on the top. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember how what the fuck am I talking? The Hydra. I think the Hydra was quite thin before, with the.
It was an interesting design.
I like this though. It looks quite interesting. I think. It
looks sleek.
Yeah, with the dark color, I like. I'm just intrigued to see how this type of weapon will look in game with improved lighting. You know, I don't think this not vehicle. I don't think this weapon would look too good in the flat lighting, if I'm being honest, because it looks like it's one kind of grey, dark grey colour, whereas in the new improved lighting, it will probably look quite nice and polished. So
no, yeah, definitely. I think that can work.
Yeah. Yo, Colga, what's going on, mate? Welcome. Good to have you. Craig's skull. When you find the skull, Craig is chilling in the cave, and once you activate it, all facial animations are turned off, and brutes look like Craig.
They'll probably do that. Honestly, there should be an alternate ending. So there should be the serious ending where like the game ends and stuff, but the alternate ending which will not be canon, where Chief goes to take off his helmet like Halo 4, but it's Craig's face under it.
Dude, that's
and
funny.
Then the Halo 3 piano plays, and it says, "Thank you for playing Halo Infinite."
Craig, and then it says that like in text, Craig will return. They speak a spin-off game.
Whole DLC spin-off game.
Halo.
$500 million budget.
God, okay. Almost looks like an AI grenade launcher in terms of design. Yeah, sure did. So, Dingle, what's going on? It's more angular. Spot on. For Vivillon, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Hope you're doing well. Hope the beta comes out in July. The game is going to be dope. I agree the game will be dope. Fingers crossed. I think it will be. I think Custom agrees.
Knock on wood.
And yeah, I think the beta will come out June, July for sure. So
it'll be right after the E3 reveal. Like right after. They'll probably say, "Oh yeah, by the way, sign up for flighting now."
Yeah.
You can actually play it.
It's open now. Yeah.
I think flighting's gonna be a lot bigger. I don't think it's gonna be super private. I think it's gonna be more public compared to MCC Reach fighting.
Oh yeah,
because they want as many people playing this game.
Yeah, test servers and everything.
Yeah,
but yeah, and also get streamers. They need to get people like Ninja, and some of the Dr. Disrespect and all those huge streamers to. Yeah, Tfue, all of them to just play.
Mr.
Halo
Beast?
Infinite.
I don't know. You please.
Does he stream? If he streams, then I mean, yeah.
He does. He has Mr. Beast Gaming, I think. Doing really well, obviously.
Jesus, yeah, no, I'm not surprised there. Okay, well there you go. But I think that's what they need to do, guys. I think that's the smart play. All right, we will keep going. Okay, so they're just asking what's their favorite weapon, vehicle, equipment, and Halo Infinite. This guy says one of my favorite Sandbox items is a vehicle that we haven't shown yet. Interesting. Is this one you were talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, righto. But I'm sure I won't be alone with my favoritism once we do reveal it to the community. This vehicle isn't totally brand new, but it has received a fresh coat of paint while awaiting its triumphant return to Halo. Wow. Okay. Hang on, here we go. This vehicle isn't totally brand new, but it has received a fresh coat of paint while awaiting its triumphant return to Halo.
Well, the thing is I think the biggest...
Wow.
In all honesty, from all my years in the community, with 4 and 5 and stuff, it has to be the Falcon, because I know the Prowler. People like the Prowler. People like a lot of things from Halo 2. But the thing is the Falcon is like the most popular out of all those vehicles that people want to return. Like literally you constantly see people tweeting like, please bring back the Falcon in Infinite. Like it's kind of a meme. bring the Falcon in Halo. Remember in Halo 5 they had the Return of Reach and we saw the vehicle card or something in the wreck thing. It was hidden and blurred.
Yeah.
We all thought it was the Falcon, and instead it was just another Phaeton. Like it has to be the if they say it that way, it technically should be the Falcon because that's like the biggest thing people want. If it's not, it's going to be really weird. It'll probably be the Spectre.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's the Falcon, but if for some reason it's not, Phaeton, I'm hoping it will be the Spectre. I love the Spectre, but yeah, if it has to be, it's tough. I've always loved the Spectre, but if the Falcon was returning, I would be fucking so hyped, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the community would go nuts, go through the roof as well. Yeah, the face, yeah. Craig weapon skins, the face mask is the friends we made along the way. It's so beautiful. Matt, what's going on? Is that FootedGhost in the upper right corner? Yeah, no. It's my ugly mug. Yeah, no, it's custom chief in the right corner, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the other corner. I just don't exist here.
Isn't the other one?
You just can't see me.
His opacity is just on 0. Yeah. So, oh god. Can we have the firebomb back? I would love to see that, dude. Oh man, so many things want back. So many things. It's just a matter of if they want to do it. Oh man, it's good. Moss Chief dies in heart infinity.
Infinity.
Rare Candy, what's going on? Revenant better than Spectre. Personally, that's all good, man. I'm not a fan of some of the blatant reskins of some of the vehicles and weapons. So, yeah, vehicles and weapons.
Halo Wars vehicles could come into this game, but that wouldn't make sense because there's not a lot of outcry for. Oh, the elephant! I'm serious. That is a very popular vehicle too. That literally could come back in Infinite as well.
I'd say that for customs would be fucking hilarious. It'd be so good.
No, but for like a big mode too, it would kind of make sense.
No, yeah, I agree. Like, imagine you just get everyone, kind of like Sandtrap.
And it doesn't suck. It's actually moves quickly because.
Oh man, my eyes killing. No, that'd be funny. That would be funny. But yeah, there's so many things I could do. Bring back. I'm very keen for it. Very keen for it, guys. Craig is marketing gold. The meme has probably made Infinite even more hyped. Yeah, hyped for Xbox fans. Some PlayStation fans ridicule it, but
they'll use it against us, man. But that just makes us stronger.
Yeah, that's it, man. Spot on. So that's the thing. Dylan, what's going on? FootedGhost? Yeah, it's the Cobra. The Cobra is a cool vehicle from Halo Wars. Yeah, wouldn't mind saying that. I think that's the one where it's like the stationary one, where like not stationary, but like you plant it and then it's like Is it anti-infantry vehicle? I can't remember. One of those.
I don't even know.
It's been a while since I played through those games, man. Okay. We need to get the CE pistol. I think that'll be coming in a sort of post-launch update, I reckon.
Basically, the post-launch, they're going to bank up nostalgia for a lot of things post-launch. I bet money you're going to have a lot of classic weapons return.
Oh, yeah. And that's the way to do it, too. Yeah. Oh, what's going on? Okay, we'll keep reading. I think everyone said the Ravager. So this guy said the grapple shot is his favorite thing. This guy said the Ravager. This guy said the grapple shot. This guy has said favorite vehicle has to be the Warthog. Okay. Okay. This is, I think I know what you can see. Kurt. Now into the last question. Whose idea was it to allow players to pick up and throw fusion coils? It's easily one of my favorite additions to the game because it's just so fun to use. I think we can all agree that the fusion coil throwing looks fucking so fun. Yeah, I can't wait to just bombard grunts with fusion coils. That would be funny.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay. Alright, so we all get that. Here's another photo of, here's another image, I want to say. Or actually we haven't even seen it yet, but this is the image of the AR up close. So up close,
it looks different than the demo. They got rid of the white line.
Yeah, it looks high. It looks really well detailed. Like, it really looks good.
It's Reach. This is a Reach AR basically. No, it's like full blown with like the yellow stripe instead of the white one.
Yeah, it's like a the Reach is a weird. Reach AR has a more slopey. I don't see the nuzzles on a slope more, but
Yeah.
it's very similar to Reach. I've got to say, like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a cross of this and Halo. What's the Halo 4 one? No, I don't think it's like not. It's definitely more like Reach.
Before we go and jump into the next section, by the way, I just read through this. They are spinning up. They've been doing internal flighting.
Oh wow, really?
For quite a bit now. So they're putting the flighting program together for like the last few weeks, and they've already got a few flights kind of ready for them to work on. So it's easier for them to work on the game, and that's really good. So basically, I think, yeah, this is exciting.
Jesus. All right, guys, we'll just quickly read through this and I'll wrap it up. All right, this is exciting. All right, so basically just thanking everyone and Sketch again for the opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Secondly, I'd like to close out by bringing us back to the second part of the Sandbox vision statement and our commitment to our players. We will do everything in our power to nurture the player-sandbox relationship by being honest in all of our communication. There will be times when we have to make trade-offs for the greater good and can't address every request from every specific subgroup of players, but we'll always close the loop and share our reasoning, even when it's an outcome some may disagree with. We will exhibit integrity when it comes to our actions. We will finish what we set out to do, if and when we make mistakes. If and when we make mistakes, we will always be truthful with our players and rectify that mistake decisively, no matter what, which is really, really important. We've always felt this way, but with Halo Infinite being built as a game that will grow and evolve over time, partnering with our community to help inform our priorities and opportunities is more critical than ever. This year is going to be an exciting one for all of us, and launch is only the beginning. We can't wait to share more of what we have been building with the community. Talk to you all soon. Okay, awesome. I think this update was quite freaking interesting, I've got to say. I really like it. And here they say, guys, be sure to ask online using the hashtag Ask343. So there you go.
Make sure to do that, guys. Go on Twitter, Ask343. Ask reasonable stuff. Don't be like, hey, can you give us multiplayer screenshot right now? Like, let's not do that, because that's not going to happen.
Oh, hang on. I got to listen. Where is it? All right, Chief. You probably cannot hear me, man. Oh, God.
I hear you right now.
Right. Hopefully this works.
Right.
Hopefully this works. You guys can still hear me. Yo, Chief, can you still hear me, mate?
No, yeah, I can still hear you, dude. And my video just uploaded at 9:30.
All right. Technical difficulties, guys. And the light has died. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up.
Died?
Custom Chief, if you're in the chat, my headphones have just died, so I can't hear you, my guy. So I won't be able to close. You guys can still hear Custom Chief. So yeah,
I'll just go ahead and leave, guys. I'll see y'all. You can hear me. That's hilarious.
Okay. Right, if you know Custom Chief, heads are died. I'm just gonna do the outro real quick. Okay. Apologies, guys. You guys can still hear me. I'm sorry if the lighting's all shit now. F in the chat for me. Anyway, I'm very, very, very happy with what we've seen here, guys. I've got to be honest. We'll wrap up with this last bit. This is more quotes. Dance with the Hunters. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've covered the most important thing, guys. All right, everything we've covered. All right, we've gone over it. F. Thank you, guys. Do Fs. All right, get us to 100 likes. If you haven't liked already, please like. Get us to 100. Make up for the light failing and my headset dying. Yeah. Sorry, Chief. Sorry, mate. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I want to thank you for all joining us. That was bad. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I have had a blast. Thank you, Custom Chief, for joining me. It's been great. I hope you guys are really, really keen for this, because this looks awesome. We've learned a lot here. let me know once this goes up in the comments what you think of the designs, whether you're happy with it. I'm very, very happy with a lot of these designs. But there you go. Thank you guys. That's over 100. Awesome. Legends. You're all legends. Every single one of these, 190 of these watching right now, all of these are legends. Every single one of you. Alright. Anyway, I am going to wrap it up here. I'm going to stop talking. I'll let you just get on with your day or night. Alright. Yeah. I hope you guys will catch me on the next video I upload, which should be probably the day after tomorrow. 2 days, probably. Okay. Anyway, I will see all of you sweet, amazing, beautiful people then. Alright. Easy guys. Have a good one. And peace.